everybody, Marlene, aka Snow Gardener 307. We are here for one of my favorite videos. We are going to go ahead and check out the totals for all of my sinking funds. We're going to be counting money, so this is going to be a long video, so make sure you grab yourself a drink, maybe a snack or something, or, you know, like I always say, maybe deep clean the bathroom, or, you know, dust the ceiling or something. I don't know. So we're going to do sinking fund check-in, and we're also going to do some savings challenges because you guys know we have some big goals and life is changing. So we need to make sure that we have got money in the sinking funds and the emergency fund. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and hop into this.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education.
Here we are, you guys. I'm going to start off with my 5-year goals. I've been thinking about this a lot, but as you saw, I just wrote them down. This is the first time I wrote them down, so I was kind of thinking as I was writing them down, hence the reason for me to fast forward them for you. So I challenged you guys on my last video to share your 5-year goals, or where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I decided to break mine down into personal and business, but I also decided to break it down a little bit further. And so, of course, let me write down today's date. You guys will be seeing this video today, 3/21/25. So technically this would be in March of 2030. This is where I would like to be. Finances, I would like to be debt-free. Right now, I personally only have the mortgage. Mr. Snow Gardener has the mortgage, his truck, as well as some debt on a credit card from the storm that we've been going through. And so debt-free, and that is for both of us. I would like for us to be completely debt-free. I would like to have a fully funded emergency fund. That's for Bridger and I of $50,000. That is more than enough for a year. And that is just a number that would make me feel so happy and content in my heart. I want to have 5 years of maxed out Roth IRAs. 2024, you guys, I'm so excited to say I am going to max out 2024. I have until April 15th. So I've got a couple more deposits to make, and then I will have maxed out my Roth IRA for 2024. And with the funds that I have in my CD ladder, I will have no problem maxing out my Roth IRA for 2025. Mr. Snow Gardener and I are budgeting $600 a month to go to our IRAs. However, for me, I'm using January, February, March, and April to help reach the 2024 goal. So I have 8 months of $600 plus the extra that I'll have. So that's for finances. For health, I want to maintain my weight. It doesn't have to be, I don't have to be skinny. I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to be any of those things, but just be at a weight where I am happy, have a healthy lifestyle, eating good food. What I mean by that is, you know, eating healthy, but not limiting what I can eat, and also being active. That can be going for walks, that can be hiking, that can be gardening, you know, all the different things that entail a happy life, a happy and healthy lifestyle. Because in the winter, snow machining, I tell you guys what, that is one heck of a workout. Every time we go snow machining, I can barely walk after, and when I lift my arms up, oh, they ache so bad. Travel, it shouldn't surprise you that I have a travel goal. And 5 years, I would like to be able to have enough money between Mr. Snow Gardener and I's budgets to be able to take 3 vacations a year, 2 international and 1 within the United States. This isn't just talking about like weekend trips to see family in Utah or anything like that. This is actual vacations. Now, whether Mr. Snow Gardener can take 3 vacations a year or not will be something that won't be in our control. But that would be an awesome, amazing goal. For business, this one was a little bit harder, and I probably didn't scale it up enough because I was afraid of not meeting my goals. I was afraid of failure. And so this last year on Etsy, I had, I believe it was $93,000 in sales. But of course, remember, that includes all the fees, that includes shipping, that includes all of that stuff. So when I set this goal right here, this is $150,000 a year in actual sales, not including fees or taxes or shipping. So I thought that was a doable goal. I almost put $200,000 down, but I was afraid. I'm just being honest with you guys. And then for YouTube, I would like to have YouTube in 5 years to have about doubled, up to $4,000 a month right now. I'm doing about $2,200 a month. And so I believe that's doable. And for my business, I would like to have 2 part-time employees. And so that is my 5-year goals. I have shared them with you guys. I'm going to put them up on the closet behind me. That's where I keep things like that. And so if you guys didn't share in the last video, let me know. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? It doesn't have to be as detailed as me. That is just how I set goals. And truly, I mean, when you look at my health goals, that's not a very good goal. It's not a SMART goal, right? For those of you guys that know what SMART goals are. But for me, it's something that's realistic and it's something that I can wrap my head around, right? I can grab a hold of it and say, okay, I understand what that means. So we are here for Sinking Funds check-in, as I said. We have got 3 pages of sinking funds to check in for. So we have got a lot. We've got a lot of binders here, so we're going to go ahead and get started in this. I told you guys to grab a drink. I went ahead and grabbed myself a Fresca. This is my favorite soda. It's the original Fresca. And I think the reason why it's my favorite soda is it reminds me of my grandma Marlene. And so it's just one of those that kind of gives you that warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart. So let me take a drink before we get started. And you'll notice I already have some numbers on here. I told you I did have some time to go through the bank and double check those. I'm going to go ahead and grab out my placeholders too, because I have no doubt that placeholders are missing in, areas. And let me grab a cash tray. I didn't even think about this before we got started. I don't know if you guys will actually be able to see this, and I'm not worried about that, but I just want to be able to have placeholders that are available for me to utilize to fill things. Because one thing is, for my sinking funds, I've got a total for sinking funds. That's all of my sinking funds together. So I wrote that total down. And I do know in the Snow Gardener business binder that there is placeholders that are not yet in the bank. And that's because while I wrote it in my check register, I did not officially move the money yet. So, and I know this. Okay, so I'm just going to put all of these back here. All right, so now I've got at least some form of organization so that hopefully I can figure this stuff out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let me make sure you guys are on camera. I've got my calculator here, but I probably will have it off camera. We need a pen. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. And it gives me this area to work with. And you can see the placeholders. Look at that. And I've got all kinds of placeholders. You guys know that. It does not have to be matchy-matchy for me. So auto insurance, I just checked this online. And so I do not believe there's enough placeholders in here. We should have $4,468. So we've got $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. I knew it, you guys. And that's because this gets put into our account, or, money gets put in every single month. And I'm not the best at fixing this one. I don't know why. So 4,000. Oh, I did have 4,000 in there. So I was just a little bit off. 100, 200, 300, 400. So I wasn't as bad as I thought. So it was just this last month. So $468. So I had that part in there. I think I was just missing the 300. So $4,468. Our insurance is due at the end of the month. There should be extra in here, but we did that on purpose because Peyton ran into a fence right before Christmas. And so he might be moving to his own insurance. We're still waiting for that to flow through the insurance to see what it's doing. Okay, so auto. Let's take a look in here and see what I've got. And then we have got for auto, we have got $26.50, and we do have some cash here. So for my auto, this money right here is money that I hope one day to be saving for a new car, but I can't seem to get it high enough to do that because right now I have $2,650 in the bank. And that is not going to cut it, right? I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of the binder, actually, you guys, because when we total these, I don't want to be writing next to the discs. And that's the best thing about using a Happy Planner, in my opinion, is that you can remove that stuff. So we've got 2 sheets. So we're going to take those out. So $2,650, and then I have $63 in cash. And auto insurance had 0. So I am going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and drop the cents on the total balance just because this girl doesn't care enough to write down the cents. So 2650 plus 66, 2716. Okay, perfect. Now, one thing I need to do as well is we need to double check that everything is on the up and up. And so I need to grab a piece of scratch paper. And I've got this scratch paper here that came out of an old binder. And so I need to be keeping track of my sinking funds. Because guess what? This auto money is in the same place as lots of other sinking funds. So let's go ahead and write down auto, 2650. And I always do this. I just normally do it off camera. But you know what, you guys? I figured, let me show you this time exactly how I make sure that I have the right amount in each category. So if something happens and I have too many placeholders in there, then we'll use some whiteout. It'll be okay. This doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, my emergency fund, $13,678.09. That is between 3 different banks. And so I don't keep any money in cash anymore for my emergency fund. And the reason why is because there's other cash in other envelopes. And in an emergency, I would just take it. So we've got 13,000. So we've got 10,000. So yeah, we need to do some serious updating to this. So 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000, 600. So 500, 600, and 78. So 50 and 70. Let me go ahead and put these hundreds back. 78, I said, right? So 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 13,678.09. I am on my way to making my personal emergency fund goal this year, and I'm excited. I got to turn around and look and see. So my emergency fund goal is $21,000 by the end of the year. So you guys, I'm doing amazing. We are on track for that. And so again, we're going to go ahead and drop the cents. And you guys, I do have a lot of sinking funds. And it's just the way that it works for my brain. I like it a lot. So land taxes, we never put anything in the bank because if we try to use a debit or a credit card, then the county charges us a fee. And I don't want to pay the county any more money than I have to. So we've got 100, 200, 50, 3, 400, 20, 40, 60, 85, 5, 10 is what we have in there. And we pay these semi-annually. And this is for property that we owned that originally we purchased because we were going to build a house on it. Life changes. You guys know that. I tell you that all the time. Whenever you think you have a plan, you know, somebody up above, whatever you believe, somebody in the universe just laughs at you and says, that's your plan, but that's not what's going to happen. All right, so let's take a look and see what we've got in pets. Oh, and you know what? This is another thing that I need to be making sure of. So another sinking fund that we have is our sinking fund. This is for things that come out that we both put in for. So pets is one of those. So let's take a look and we're going to keep that off to the side and let's see what pets, what we say we have in here, which may not be right. I don't know, 1,100, 200, 300, 400, 550. Let's go ahead and change these 5 100s to one of our $500 placeholders because we have so many. And like I said, we've got lots of different ones. Nope, that's 100. That won't work. I do believe Danny sent us a $500 one though. So 1,550 is what I show that we have in the bank. So 1,550. I'm going to write this right here. And then if something has happened, and honestly, you guys, I make mistakes, right? I am human. So if something has happened, And I took a couple $100 out of pets and I kind of forgot about it. We'll look at our total. And if it doesn't jive with everything that's in there, then we got to pull some placeholders out. And that has happened in the past. All right, so for cash, we've got 50, 70, 90, 100, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So 114. And I keep cash because when we take the pets to the groomer, I pay the groomer in cash. And so when I take all three of them, boy, is it expensive, but it's worth it. So 1260, no. What did I do? 1550 plus 114, 1664. And here we go. Whiteout's coming out. This is the only bad thing about having this pretty color background here is that you can see when I make mistakes, but that's okay. I don't claim to be perfect. You guys know that. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know I make mistakes all of the time. And I'm just here to keep it real with you guys. I'm not here to be perfect. I hope I inspire some people to start their budgeting journey because there was a lot of YouTubers that inspired me to start my journey and they weren't perfect either. And I appreciated that. Okay, so home looks like we've got $30 in cash. That was easy, right? And then we've got 1,100, 200, 300, 406. So 1406. And that is not very big for a home emergency fund. And we know that. But one thing with this journey, and I've learned this, is, I can add a little bit of money to everything, but I can really only focus on growing one thing at a time. And right now it is emergency fund. Emergency fund and Roth IRAs have been our main thing. But of course, when you think about it, home is part of an emergency fund as well. It's just another one. So subscriptions, and I need to add home to our sinking fund. So let me go ahead and add that. So 1406. And I hope I'm not too far off. You guys are going to see the good, the bad, the ugly. So subscriptions, I've got $125. So 100 in the bank, 25 in cash, 125. And I did cancel my Audible subscription. I am still listening to Audible, but not as much as I was. And so the only subscription that I have to pay since I canceled my Audible is my Friendly TV subscription. That's $95.88. That's not due till November. But I do know I've got some auto payments on some other things because I started Netflix again. I started some other things. They just haven't been coming out of here. So Sam's Club. Let's see. How much do we have in here? We have $75 in Sam's Club in the bank. And I just placed a big Sam's Club order. But Mr. Snow Gardener and I will be putting more money into Sam's Club here shortly. But they had coffee on sale again. And so I got that for Mr. Snow Gardener. I like to do binder totals. So in this binder, and this is cash and money from the bank, we've got 13,678, 510, 1664, 1436, 125, 75. This is why I have placeholders, you guys. Because in this binder, we have 24,672. Now, this is going to be the biggest binder because of that emergency savings. And of course, that auto insurance money, I would guess 3,900 of it is going to be gone. And so, that does add up quite a bit. So that is for adulting. And let's see, did I forget to put anything else? Yep, I need to put Sam's on our sinking fund. And so I'm just running a total over here. And my subscriptions should be on here. Yep. And $100 is what I've got in the bank. All right. So next we're going to go ahead and do the holiday binder. And so let's take a look. Giving, we have given a lot of money. So I don't think there's much in here. Let's take a look. So this is a note. Nobody can see it because it's a personal note. So there's $12 in cash. So $12 in cash. And then I've got $400 in there. And like I said, Mr. Snow Gardener and I have done so much giving this year, and it is amazing. And that is going to be in my sinking fund. And honestly, if my sinking fund is off, oops, I just put those in the wrong order. So what we're going to do is, I'm sure you guys were going, wrong thing. We're just going to do that. But if mine is off, I wouldn't be surprised if giving is part of it because I didn't think I had that much in there. All right, so let's talk about Christmas. Christmas is empty. We'll talk about why here in just a second. So nothing in Christmas. We've got future Christmas. Now, if you watch my other video, you know that this money is spent, but it's still sitting in the bank. More than this money is spent. So for future Christmas, and future Christmas has its own sinking fund in the bank. All right, so we have got in cash 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 5, 10, 15, and 20. So 120 in future Christmas. If you are not familiar with my future Christmas, it is saving up for a vacation for my family. So we've got 1,000, 2,000, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 26, 26, 36 in the bank. And you guys, I'm going to pull this out right now, okay? The reason why I'm pulling this out right now is because I need to make a payment towards my purchase. So 2636 plus 120 is $2,756. Okay, I'm going to leave the cash in there for now. But we did book a family vacation for January 2026. Do we have enough money to pay for it in full? No, I wish we did, because it was over $8,000. So this $2,636 is still sitting in the bank, so we're going to include it today. But I pulled those placeholders out because I am going to be making a payment probably like Monday or Tuesday. All right, so holidays. Let's see, what do I have in holidays? Oh, not too bad. More than I thought. I've got 50, 100, 21, 2, 3, and 4. So 124. And this is just for me to buy anything miscellaneous for holidays besides Christmas. Now, of course, my Christmas was empty, but we do have some savings challenges going for Christmas. And I have future Christmas money in there as well. So Peyton's birthday, let's take a look. It's not going to have as much because we bought some tickets. So let's look and see. It should have $260 in here. But we already bought, we're going to Matt Rife together. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. So 165 is the cash balance. And so I had pulled, what, 90 out of his envelope or something like that to help purchase tickets. And I bought a ticket for him and a friend, and then I bought tickets for Mr. Snowgardener and I, but if Mr. Snowgardener isn't able to go, then I will most likely take one of my cousins. So let's see. So for mine, and I did take some money out of mine as well. So we've got $100 in the bank for mine. And we've got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So $40 there. And I feel like I took $100 out of mine as well. So 140. And my sinking fund, I need to put my birthday because that $100 in the bank should be in my sinking fund. I didn't used to save for my birthday. When I first started doing this, I only saved for everybody else's birthday. And I went, why am I doing that? Why am I not saving for my own birthday? All right. And Mr. Snowgardener, let's take a look at what he's got in here. I feel like he should have more money in there than that. Did I take money out of Mr. Snowgardener's for something? Oh, I did take money out of Mr. Snowgardener's. We took money out for his tattoo. I was like, wait a minute. So nothing in the bank for Mr. Snowgardener. We took, I believe, $100 out of his for his tattoo. So he got an early birthday present. I was so confused there. I was like, wait a second, there should be more money in there than that. So we did that. And that's the thing with sinking funds. It is all up to you. And Julia, I still have a sticky note in her saying we took money out of hers as well because Julia and I are going to a comedy show. So we have robbed every single birthday fund this year. I think it's the first year I've done it. But the comedy show that Julia and I are going to is Sarah Milliken, and we are going in October, but we've already purchased those tickets. So it looks like gifts. I've got $100 in the bank. Oops, and these are together. So we're going to do this. So $100 in the bank, $50 in cash. And so I need to write down on my list, gifts, 100. And this is for anybody that's doesn't have their own envelope. And so the main person I'm saving for right now is for Julia's boyfriend because he does not have his own. And then we've got celebrations. And what do we have in here? We've got cold hard cash in here, you guys. I think what happened was I needed cash for something else and I took placeholders out. But hey, whatever works. So we've got $232 in celebrations in cash and 0 in the bank. So I could probably do that in my head, but you guys, I can't even do stuff right with the calculator. So we've got $382 between gifts and celebrations. So another binder down. I know this video takes quite a while, but it is something I enjoy doing. And I do it not only to share with you guys, to see where we're at, how we're doing, but I do it for myself. And I do it for myself to make sure I'm on track because I do make mistakes. I don't have time to do this every single month. Even though what I would like to do is I don't want to film it, but I want to start doing a monthly check-in every month. Now that I'm not working at the sheriff's office, I should have some more money. All right, so let's take a look in here. So we have got books, and in books, I have got $50 placeholder and $60 in cash. Now, I have decided that this can be spent on any hobby I want. So it really needs to be renamed to hobbies. I called it books at first because I was saving for Audible and I was going through a lot of books. And so that's why I did that. And so we've got, yep, so 110. Okay. And then we've got my money. Now you guys, I haven't put really any money in here. So, and there's some money in here, but that's not for me. We're not going to count that. That's for cash envelopes. So all we have is my $2 that I got from my friend Kathy. I've taken anything else out of here that I've gotten. So we've got $8, $10, $12, and $14 in there. I should probably start funding that, but right now it's not a top priority for me, and I am okay with that. So 14, and then we've got Peyton and Julia. And so Peyton has got $40 in there. I bet Julia has 40 as well. I will be spending some of this on Monday because Peyton and I are going to go to lunch and Julia might join us. And that is what this money is for me to be able to take my kids to lunch or go buy a coffee or, you know, maybe take them shopping, whatever. So garden, let's take a look. I have no idea what we've got in here. We've got $60 in cash. And we've got 100, 200, 300, and 25 in the bank. So 385. This is about $1,000 less than I had saved last year for garden. So 385 for me for garden is absolutely nothing. I spend a lot of money on flowers. So I'm going to have to figure something out that I'm going to do this year. And we'll just have to see. So for clothes, let's see. It looks like I got $25 in the bank and $25 cash. I bought myself 2 brand new pairs of tennis shoes and they are amazing. And I'm super excited that I spent my money that way. So $50. So on my list, I need to add garden for $325 and clothes for $25. Personal care. Let's see what we've got left in here. I knew this was out of order because I had put some money back in here. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So $280. And I do have a massage still this month. That is $125. So that will be coming out, but the rest will overflow into the next month. All right, so there is the fun spending binder. 3 binders down, you guys. Only 15 more to go. Not really, but it feels like it. So this is not a very large binder. And, you know, that's okay. There are different goals for different amounts. And money comes in and out of these all of the time. So there is $919 in that binder. Perfect. Now let's go on to the next sheet. And then we're going to have to do our checking. Let's see, is there going to be anything else that would be out of my sinking fund? No, there's not. So let's take a look. For my sinking fund, what I have in the bank is $3,678 and some cents. So let's take a look and see if we are close. We need to make corrections if we are wrong, either addition or subtraction. I got $37.50, so I am a little bit off. Remember when I said the giving? I really thought I had pulled more and gave more. Oh my gosh, you guys, we cannot use this calculator. $26.50 plus, let's just do this. 4, 5, 6, 7.50 plus 7.50. Okay, plus 3.50. So I have in here that we should have 3,750. I have in the bank 3,768. So I have $72. That is not right. And let's see, where am I going to take that? You don't know where I'm actually going to take it from? I am going to take it out of my adulting binder, and I'm going to take it out of my subscriptions. And so the reason why, as I told you guys, I only have that one subscription. It's not due until November. So I'm going to take 100 out. And so 100 minus 72, and I'm going to put $28 back in here. So 25. Oh, this 5 doesn't have a sticker on it. Do I have more 5s with stickers? I do. 25, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, no harm, no foul. That's not bad. One time I was off by hundreds. And so this is why I try to do it more often. Oh, I put the 20 back instead of the 5 back. There we go. So that is how we're going to correct it. And it's my sinking funds, and you guys, I can do whatever the heck I want, right? My money, my sinking funds. And I don't want to take it out of giving, but I'm pretty sure. I was surprised it wasn't off by $100 exactly, because I feel like that is what I had taken out, was another $100 for giving. Okay, let's put this off to the side. Now let's go ahead and get into SG307. And SG307, I did my Snow Gardener budget. I think I added stuff into the binder, but I did not actually transfer it yet. So I'm going to have to check this one after I film and I transfer the money and wait for it all to come through. So let's go ahead and take a look. So for taxes, I have $8,694.13. So let's take a look at what I've got in here. What I say I have in here. Now, I do know this is probably over because I took money out to pay for the accountant to do the taxes, and we still haven't gotten those back yet. So let's see. So we've got 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000. Remember when I told you guys I paid for taxes? And yeah, taxes are expensive. Okay, so 8,500. $694. So 50, 70, 90, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so you guys have never seen me make these corrections before, but don't worry. I've made them before. It's just been off camera. Okay, so that is now correct. I have no idea how much we're going to owe for taxes. Just know I have paid quarterly taxes too. So that's not all the money. Okay, savings. We have got $400 in savings. No cash. No cash. 400, 8694, and 400. Okay. Supplies. We have got, okay, we need to do some different bills because I had added money into here. And this is part of what was not updated. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 5 is 1,000. Okay. So for supplies, I have got $26.50. Perfect. All righty. And like I said, I will double check all of these off camera once I get the money moved that needs to be moved. Shipping. What do we have in here? We have $126 in the bank. and no cash. Helpers, I think we just have 100. Oh no, that's right. I did add a little bit more. So 300 in helpers. I have been starting to pay Julia again. No cash. All right. Monthly expenses. We've got $100 in cash. And I will move all those totals over in just a second. And just because we've got $40. YouTube subs. We have got $85. Pay it forward. We have got $100. And savings challenges, we don't have anything in this binder. Okay, so 126, 300, 140, 85, and 100. These numbers are quite a bit lower than they were the last time I did this check-in, and that's because I had to pay to get all of those books done, the newest books. Okay, so that seems too high, but I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to double check it. 12,495. It's probably right. Okay. I came up with 94, but I think I added it wrong because 5, 6, and 4 should end in a 5. All right, so that's where we're at for the business binder. And that tax money, I have a feeling will all be gone, but I don't know. We'll just have to see with the quarterly taxes we paid and everything else that has happened in our life. Who knows? All right, so savings challenges. Okay, I don't have a line for this one. Piggy dice. I already put right here what piggy dice was. So 76 plus 40910. So $485. I will let you guys know that this is being pulled out to pay for scuba diving. And I did book scuba diving. Okay, so we're not doing shut the box. And 2025, we have $814.87 in the bank. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and grab the $14. That's going to be interest, you guys. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And we love that. So $814 there. And in cash, we've got 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay. So 814.87 plus 48 is 868.87. I wasn't going to do the cents. Dang it. I was doing so well dropping them. All right, so there we go. So 2025 is correct. We're not doing Life's a Beach. We're not doing Pop It. We've got a ton of money for savings challenges right there. Well, not a ton, but it looks like a ton. So let's go ahead and write down what we actually have. So we've got a March savings challenge. So let's write this down. And speaking of, let's go ahead and do this really quick. Let's do this. So today is the 21st, so we need to do 3 rolls. And I was just doing, we need a heads or tails, and then I was rolling a D6. And I know this white one you guys can see the best. So let's look. So here's the roll for the 19th. Heads, so we are going to save. We're going to save $6. Okay. 20th is heads. We're going to save $5. 21st is heads. And we're going to save $3. Might as well do that while we're thinking about it. Then it's done. And so we need $14 out of this stack. 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Perfect. Look at that. We're not worried about a bill exchange or anything right now, you guys. So in March, we've got 10, 20, 25, 26, 27. Let's try that again. That 5 was in the wrong spot. 10, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So $39. And this is going towards our vacay. This is going to go towards spending money because we still need spending money and tips. So we've got $39 in cash there. Nothing in the bank. All right, so that was March. Then we've got duck, so WTD. We're not doing that one. So what the duck? And what do we have in what the duck right now? These are already in emergency funds, so we're not counting them. 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 66. And what that means is I have went ahead and put the placeholders in here just so I can see how much I'm going to save with this book, this entire savings book. But I already moved it into the emergency fund. Okay, so let's do this. 39 and 66. Okay, Dicetropolis is empty. Shut the Box is empty. Save 20, 25. We did. Piggy Dice is empty. Savings challenges right there. Okay, so let's see what we have in savings challenges. Oh, goodness sakes, there's a lot of ones. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60. Oh, those 10 stuck together. Okay, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40. So 140. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. So plus 90, plus a ton of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I like doing 20 or singles in 25 increments since that's what they come in bank bundles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. So we've got $285 in our savings challenges right now, or money to be played in savings challenges. Okay. And we do have more coming. That's the other thing, is that Snow Gardener budget has savings challenge money that has not been gotten, if I remember correctly, or if we already spent it. I don't know. Maybe we've already spent it. Too much going on in my life right now. So 485, 39, 868. No, we're not carrying that 87. 868, 66, and 285. So 1743. And, oh, we've got the March binder. Why didn't I think about putting it right there? We're going to get the white out. We just added that up for no reason. Let's see what we've got in the March binder. So we do have a good total. I need to add that in here. I'm going to put March binder because we already have a March. So let's count how much is in every envelope. So we've got 43. And 67. This is all going to emergency fund, you guys. I'm so excited. And 42. 30. 54. I added 57. I know I'm going to subtract 3, you guys. Okay, don't come at me. Whew, some of you guys are on your math game, I tell you what. That one's done. That one's done. Okay, so we've got $10 there. And in number 10, which is going to my IRA, we've got $34. Okay, plus 34. So another $280. $280. All right, let's add this up again. Okay, so that's 2,023 involved in savings challenges right now. Of course, a lot of it is in the 2025 because we've been doing that one for quite some time. Now, the red binder shouldn't take long at all. This is just our bucks here. And I think we've got 23 A-bucks, but let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, and 3. That means my tracker is right, so yay for me. So $23 for A-bucks. And D-bucks, it looks like, what, 12, 13, 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And that's going to diving. And then G for G-bucks. This has pretty much been the only thing that's been funding my garden this year. And like I told you, it's not enough. So $20 is what I think we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All my trackers are right there. But yeah, no, this girl needs some more gardening money. So in the next budget or two, you're going to see probably $500 going to gardening. So 20. I'm going to do this without a calculator, you guys. I believe we have $57 in there. I sure hope so. Okay, this is the Australia binder right here. So in the Australia binder, we do have some cash in here. And I don't remember what this means. I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe that's because it's not on here. Okay, so we've got these beautiful Australian bills. I love them. They're so pretty. All right, so let's leave those there. And in the bank, I did double check this. We've got 2,733. So let's look and see what we've got here. So we've got 1,000, 2,000. I must have messed something up. Now, of course, we did have to take out of our Australia stuff before, but let's just put in there what it says is in there. So 27. So do I have a 5? I'm going to have to do some research on this one and see what's going on. I think we've got a 5. We do. And these are from Caro Cash, you guys. And these placeholders are just amazing. I love them. Okay, so 27, 33, and there's 37 there. I don't know what that is. We're going to take that out of there. We're just going to go 33, 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. Sometimes, you guys, I make myself wonder. I don't know what I've done. 20. Where did I put the money now? Did I put it in there? Did I have extra over here? Oh, goodness sakes, you guys. I'm losing my mind. So 27, 1,000, 2,000, 25, 26, 27. No, I wish. Those are not hundreds. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Do you see what I'm doing here? Okay, so 2,000, 500, 600, and 700. And like I said, I need to do some research as to why I had more in there. I don't know why I had more in there. I don't know what has happened. Oh, I did already take it out. Oh my goodness, you guys. Whew, what a hot mess. A hot mess. Life be life, and you guys, but it's okay. All right, so I did have it right there. See, 27, and then we had the rest of the bills there. All right, and then we also have travel in here, even though it says travel, no binder. And so in travel, we had 620.03, and I had put a little 0 there because I didn't realize that we had cash. And I'm going to put 0 on Australia because even though we have the Australian cash, I don't count it. Okay. So for travel, this is paying for scuba diving, you guys. And guess what we're going to need to be paying for? Scuba diving. So I'm just going to take these placeholders out of here. And we've got 620.03 in the bank. So that's going to be coming out. But we do have a little bit of cash. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, and 2. So $62 in the travel envelope. Wow, that Australia one was bad, you guys. So $62 here. And we need to cross off the no binder because we've added the travel into the silver binder. So that is $682 in travel. And like I said, that's going to pay for scuba diving. Or, you know what? With the two envelopes combined, we should have enough for some tips and some extras as well. So that is a good thing. Oops. Why don't I have binder total down here? Did I total that other page? I don't feel like I did. Binder total, 3,415. And so 3,415 plus 57 plus 2023 plus 12,495 equals 17,990 for that binder. Or for that page. I do have a page total down here and we did not do it. So let's circle our totals to make it easy for me to make sure I'm doing the right thing. So we've got 24, 672, 4046, 919, 29, 637. Okay. Now, what does it have on this one? I don't remember. I have a grand total down here. So I'm going to write down here. I'm going to write page 1. $29,637. Page 2. $17,990. $17,990. Okay, you guys, we are on the home stretch. The home stretch. I know you guys are probably like, oh my gosh, Marlene, how much can you talk? How many sinking funds do you guys need? Okay, now this is Mr. Snow Gardener's binder. I have no idea what's in here whatsoever. I haven't touched it in quite some time. Mr. Snow Gardener has been very spend happy lately. That is not judgment. That is just the truth. So $102 in cash, even though I'm the one that just booked the Christmas vacation and the scuba diving. So I've been spend happy too. And he's got $11 in guy things and stuff. So not a lot of money. Okay. And then, you know, one thing I have not done in a long time is his emergency save. So his emergency save plus his month ahead is $3,917.98. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in here for him so he knows. And I'm going to let him know that that's also his month ahead spending. So 3,000. So 3,900. Ooh, look at this. 5 plus 4 is 917. 10, 15, 16, and 17. And I added the month ahead in there, you guys, for his bills, because that's what that is. That is an emergency fund. And so for him, just to make it a little bit easier, that is what I did. So 3917. Holidays. What does he have in here? Let's take a look, shall we? So looks like he's got $12 in the bank and $35 in cash. And that equals 47. Look at me doing all the math in my head. Aren't you guys so proud? Oh, silly me. Okay, gifts. He's got $100 in the bank. Okay. And cell phone. What does he have here? He's got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. We're going to go ahead and swap that out for 500. So 500 towards his new cell phone. I just got a new cell phone, you guys, but I did not pay for it. I did the Verizon thing with the trade-in, and I think it's costing me $7 a month. So I did that. My phone was over 3 years old and was starting to act up. Giving. Like I said, we have spent so much giving money. Okay, yeah, so he's got $50 in cash. What did I just do? Cell phone. He didn't have cell phone in there. Cell phone. Okay, because that was a new one. I'm going to put giving with subscription. So we're going to do this type of thing. So giving had, okay, $50 in cash and $32. Okay. We're just going to add them up to make our life easy over there in the total. I was like, what did I do? Subscriptions. Let's see what he's got here. Okay, so he's got $200 in the bank. And he's got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $85 in cash. Let's add all of these up and total them over there. 50 plus 85 plus 32 plus 200 equals 367. This is such a chore, you guys. But man, it just really, a lot of times it makes me very happy when I start getting upset and I start getting worried about finances. It makes me realize that, okay, we're doing okay. So for garbage, we've got $40, $50, $60, $70 in there in cash. Perfect. Motorcycle insurance. We're going to have to start bumping this up, I do believe. Because I don't think, I need to look and see how much it is. So he's got $250 in the bank and $25 in cash for $275. Because he does it for the entire year. And I want to say it's $400 and something. And I believe it's due in a couple months. So clothing, he's got $100 in the bank. And he just spent, I don't know, almost $300 on some FR hoodies. Those things are such a ripoff. Okay, PTO. This is one thing I need to fix. So his PTO, I wrote it down right here. We don't have it anywhere on here. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, we've got motorcycle insurance twice though. Wow. So we've got PTO and then we've got piggy dice. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put PTO and piggy. Look at that. Perfect. So PTO, I just had $135 in there. That was wrong because he actually has 471. If you guys are not familiar with the acronym PTO, it is just paid time off. And so Mr. Snow Gardener was doing this before because he didn't have any vacation yet because he had switched jobs. He now has vacation, but he gets 40 hours a year right now, right? And we take multiple vacations. So he still needs this. So 450, 471. So now I've updated that. And of course, Mr. Snow Gardener wants this to be increased as well, but he also wants his cell phone. And he had a really, really low check. Not this time, but the time before. Well, I guess it was last time. He's got a check coming today, I think. But it's just one of those things that, you know, if you've got a short check, it really does affect where the extras can go, right? The extras. And that's what a lot of that is. So Piggy Dice has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 in it. $8. Okay, and then we've still got his savings challenges, and we've got our Christmas money. So I said $7, right? I sure hope so, because I'm not counting it again. So 478. So 102 plus 11 plus 3917, 4,700. 500, 367, 70, 275, 100, 478. So 5,967. One thing, you guys, that I've talked about quite a bit, and sitting here counting the money and doing the stuff, and looking at Mr. Snow Gardener's stuff versus my stuff is going to start slowing down quite a bit, you guys, because of course for the, you know, the last year or more, I've been working a full-time job and I've been running my business, and I felt like I was doing 2.5 full-time jobs. And, you know, some months the money was great. And so I was able to do a lot of stuff like vacations, like stuff like that. That's one of the things that I'm afraid about not working at the sheriff's office anymore is the extras. Love that Fresca. Wow. Mr. Snow Gardener needs to get some of this money in the bank and needs to do a bill exchange. Okay. Now, oh, how'd I guess? Look at him. Oh, we're going to have to organize all this money. Mr. Snow Gardener. He just shoves it all in there. Shame on him. And yeah, this definitely needs to go into the bank. And since we're in here, you guys, we're going to do Mr. Snow Gardener a solid. We're going to get some of this money moved into the bank for him so he doesn't have so much money sitting in his cash binder. So, all right. Phew. All right, so let's see. So we've got 150. I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator here because you guys know I really stink at remembering numbers. So 150 in tens, we've got 10, 20, 30, 40. So plus 40, plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And in ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Plus 21. So we're going to do Mr. Snow Gardener a solid. And we're going to take $200 out of here. And we're going to leave $71 in here. So 50, 60, 70, and 1. And I am just going to, he has never done enough savings challenges to have large amounts like this, and we are moving to him doing more. This is another reason why his guy things and stuff and that type of stuff doesn't have as much cash. Instead of stuffing it in there, he's doing savings challenges. So we're going to do B sinking fund. And so we've got 200 right here for the first one. So 271 for General Greenback. That's pretty dang good. And so we're going to say there's 200 in the bank and $71 in cash. I can't remember what he's using General Greenback for, but obviously it's a larger savings challenge. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, he's got the turtle. I love that he stole that one. It's so funny. All right, he's not doing, what is that? He is doing Hogwarts, still just a different one. So we're just going to cross this out and we're going to say turtle. And I'm going to leave room for another one. Now, I don't know if turtle has enough to go in the bank, but we can maybe minimize some of his bills for him. Do a mini cash exchange here really quick. I was just trying to think what I have for cash that could be exchanged. I'm not prepared, you guys. So we've got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $45. Let's see. Let's at least, he's got 100 in there, but okay. So there we go. If I at least take that out of there and put these two tens in here, that will be better. Okay, so $45 in cash for turtle. We're not going to put any in the bank yet. Okay. Now, what do we have? Like, I edit his videos, but I've been listening, but I haven't been watching. Okay, so he's got Eeyore. And Eeyore, we've pulled some money out for Eeyore. Yes, see, he's got 100 in the bank for Eeyore. So we need to get more money put in the bank. Okay, so Eeyore. How do you spell Eeyore? E-E-Y-O-R-E. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and see if we can count this up. Make his binder that much thinner. And of course, I've been giving him a lot of ones to work with. That's how I do mine. But of course, I do bill exchanges all the time. So we've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75. So that's 200 right there, you guys. And that will leave him $5 in there in cash. I'm going to count it again. I don't want to cheat Mr. Snow Gardener out of anything. So that would be $300 in the bank because there's already the one placeholder, but let's make sure. So we've got 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70. 29. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we can only do $4. Well, you know what? I'm going to grab $1 out of my wallet. Give Mr. Snow Gardener $1. Let's see. I've got dollars here, but they might be D-bucks. Let's see. That is a D-buck. And that is an A-buck. Woohoo! We don't want to give Mr. Snow Gardener those. Okay, so those ones I'm just going to set off to the side. Do I have another dollar? I have to. I have to have $1, right? Oh, good. Okay. There's another $1 for Mr. Snow Gardener out of my wallet. Okay, so $200. So that's $400 going into the bank. So plus another 200. Look at that mad stack of cash, you guys. Wow. Okay. So we need 2 more placeholders. Perfect. Did I put placeholders in the turtle? No, because the turtle didn't have any going into the bank. Okay. Mr. Snow Gardener was talking about this already, you guys, but since I'm in here counting all of the things and stuff, why the heck would I not want to do this, right? And this one is the 52 weeks of savings. So I know this one is going to have a good chunk of money in here. And I'm just going to put it all into the bank. I need to talk to him. He's actually on his way home from out of town today. So I'll be able to talk to him tonight and find out, does he just want me to start a new high yield savings account where all of his savings challenge money goes into it? And then once he's done, he can put it towards the things that he wants it to go towards. Because everybody likes to do their stuff a little bit different. All right, so let's see what we've got in here. 100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 250, 260, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70, 271. So we're going to put $200, and he doesn't have Grinch or Mooey either. So we're just going to say 52, and we're going to put $200 in the bank. So we're going to do another plus 200, $600 going into the bank. And then I have to count this again, you guys. But I'm going to make it some bigger bills. Yes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 20, 20, 40, 60. Man, I'm making a mess. 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71. Is that what I came up with, you guys? I sure hope so, because I really don't want to mess Mr. Snow Gardener and his savings challenges up. So 271 in the 52 weeks. 271. Wait a minute. 71. I already wrote the 200 over here. Now I need to count this mess again. Here I was talking about Mr. Snow Gardener messing up all the money, and then look what I did to this. I just made it a hot living mess. So 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. So there should be 10 ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so $600 going into the bank for Mr. Snow Gardener for savings challenges. That's amazing. And then he's got his roll and save. So we're gonna put Christmas. No, we're gonna put puppy. I think he's saving this for future Christmas, but I don't know. You guys know more than I do, even though I edit the videos. I'm listening for different stuff, right? I'm listening for context. I'm listening for blank, empty spots, which Mr. Snow Gardener has a lot of. Bless his heart. Don't tell him I'm talking bad about him. I think he does a great job, especially considering that I think it had been like almost a month since he had filmed. So we've got 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 88. So 20, 40, 50. Now let's see. What about some other bigger bills? Do we have more 20s? 20s are like hard to come by in our house, apparently. We've got a ton of hundreds, fives, and ones. Oh, I see a 20. I see some 20s. Yes. Okay. So Let's get the ones gone first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 2 5s equals a 20. All righty. 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88. Okay, so 88. Nothing in Christmas. I should probably just start leaving those blank because savings challenges are always going to change around. And then he has got a... I'm just going to put Katie on here. So Katie, because he's doing both sides of the challenges, it looks like, which is fine. All right, so what do we have in Katie? We've got 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 41, and 2. So 42. So we're going to take out 20. Yes, we're going to take that 20. We're going to grab this. So $42 right there. And yeah, I need to tell him, he needs to start writing down on them what he's doing. So I know, so that when I'm like, oh yeah, this money's going to this or that. Some of this is probably going to a cell phone. That would be my guess. Okay, and then, what is that for? Oh, I bet this is the pirate ship. I bet this is the pirate ship. I forgot he started the pirate ship. So pirate. We've got 10, 15, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $25 for the pirate. Nothing left. He's got no savings challenge money left. He doesn't usually have savings challenge money in his binder. So 42 plus 25 for those two challenges is 67. 45 plus 5 plus 300 equals 350. 71 plus 88 plus 200 equals 359. This is the most Mr. Snowgartner has ever had in savings challenges. So it's pretty exciting to me. 350, 359. Look at that, you guys. Mr. Snowgartner has over $1,000 in his savings challenges. That is so amazing to me. I love it. And I love that he loves to do the savings challenges. That's why I always joke around and say, don't tell him I'm talking bad about him. So $600 is going into the bank for Mr. Snowgartner. Look at this mad fat stack of cash going into the bank for Mr. Snowgartner to go towards his goals, whatever they may be. $600. That's so exciting. Okay. Now we've got to do Christmas. And then we've still got to do savings challenges. And this is such a long video, you guys, that we're only going to probably do like $50 in savings challenges. All right. So for Christmas, this is the Christmas binder right here. This is what's on here. But we also have future Christmas. So down here, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to write, right here, we're going to put FC. That means future Christmas. And so it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Is that for future Christmas? Do you guys remember? I think it is. We'll come back to that. We'll come back. I'll leave that cash out. Oh my goodness, you guys, my brain is broken. Okay, so number one, we've got $11 in it. Oh goodness, you guys. Sometimes I make things too complicated, I think. And none of these are going to have a bank balance in them. Well, these ones right here. Future Christmas, we're probably going to put some money in the bank because you see there's a $100 bill right there. Okay, there's $6 in number 2. Whew. We are rolling in the greenbacks, you guys. $17. Yes. We've got $5. Now, don't forget, we don't actually play this one very much. And, ooh, we've got $20 in number 4. Look at that. And, of course, I always joke around, but every dollar adds up. And, wow, we need to do a bill exchange. Mr. Snowgartner has some 10s over there. I know he does. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 is 20. I don't know if I can find another 20. I think I might have stole all the 20s. And now I've got it all mixed up again. No 20s. The 20s are hard to come by, but we've got 2 10s, and I'm adding that money in there. So $22 in number 5. Much better for this binder. So 22. Liz, I don't think has any. She doesn't. 7 has got 18. And number 8 has got 4. And 9 has 6. And 10 doesn't have any. And 11 has 5. I said 11 had 5, right? Yes. And, oh, we know we don't have a 20, but we could grab another 10 if I can find one. I think I see 10s. Yes, I see another 10. Oh, there it is. At first I thought it was another 20 was in there, but I was mistaken. So $30. Nita's been stealing all my money. Okay, so $30 there. Okay, now we are going to add this money right here into this money here. So let's take a look. And this is Future Christmas. So what do we have in here? We're just going to add it all up. We're not going to worry about numbers. On the other one, I probably could have done that too, but that's not how I set it up. So $8 plus $12 plus $37. Look at all those 10s in there, you guys. All those 10s. Ooh, we got a 20 in there. Plus 20. Plus 15. Plus $1. Plus $36. Plus $40. Got a couple 20s in there, you guys. Nothing in that one yet. And this one has got, ooh, $37. And we have got $13 in that one. And what do we have in here? I think something's wrong with that one. Oh, good, it's in there. There's a 20 in there. We've got $29. I was like, oh, great, we're short because a 20 was scraped on this side. That should be 39 though. Let me look. We're short of 10. You know what? We're going to take this 10 out of this and put it into here. Just so that envelope is right. I wonder how we did that to ourselves. So 248 in here for Future Christmas for that one. So 248 plus 7. So we're going to say 255. And then we're going to go ahead and put $100 in the bank for Future Christmas. I got to put a sticky note on that or I'm not going to remember. Future Christmas. Holy cow, you guys. This was a lot of work. And I wrote Xmas that time because I'm tired, you guys. I'm tired. All right, so that's going to go back in here. And I'm going to write on this that it is for Future Christmas. Because even if it was not, that's where it's going now. So, Future Christmas. And how long have we been filming? I gotta look, you guys. I gotta look. Holy cow! Woo-wee. This is normally why I don't worry about double checking everything with you guys, because it can be quite a bit. But I do want to do some savings challenges. So I need to grab some savings challenges and the savings challenge March binder. We're going to do the March binder, and let's go ahead and do our other binder. Oh, but before we do that, we got to total everything up. Marlene's jumping ahead of the game. We're going to go ahead and do... Are we going to do dropout again? No. What were we on? We weren't on dropout. 4. I don't know what I did with it, so we're moving on to the next one. We're going to do poker next. But before we jump into that, let me... Whew, I almost dropped a big thing of stuff on the floor. Let me add all this up. So we've got all that money going into the bank, so that's a good thing. So for this binder right here, we've got 5 plus 30 plus 255 plus 100 equals 390 plus 6 plus 22 plus 22 plus 25 plus 17, 482 for Christmas stuff, plus 1,047 plus 5,967. So that page total is 7,496 plus 637 plus 17,990. Look at that, you guys. No wonder it took so much time. 55,123. That is how much we have in our sinking funds, including emergency fund. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, let's grab out 50 bucks. $50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're just going to do 10. And if we need more change, we know where it's at. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and 40, and 50. That's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to do this very quickly. And we're going to say goodbye. I know you guys. Whew. Are you tired? Because I'm tired. How many of you guys are still here? If you are still here, since we just counted all of the Christmas money, I want you guys to put some sort of Christmas emoji down below. Yeah, put something down. Whichever one you want. All right, so we've got dice. What does this say? It says roll 5d6 dice. Let's do these little ones because these are the ones that came from Drew from Ready, Budget, Go. And I always pull the yellow one out because I know it's harder to see. So 5 dice. Roll 5 dice and try to make the best hand possible. Player may re-roll 1 or more dice once to improve their hand. All right. That's cool. Beat the house. Okay, we'll do that the next time. Oh, but we got to do dollar amounts in here. Oh, this is what I get for doing a new one. I wasn't going to do a new one, but I cleaned off the other one and it didn't get put back where it was supposed to go. So that's what happens when you don't do what you're supposed to do. So we're going to say, okay, so 6 high, we're going to save $1. 1 pair, $2. 3 pairs, $3. 3 of a kind, $4. Straight, $5. Full house, we're going to say is $10. 4 of a kind, that's hard to get. We're going to say is $15. And 5 of a kind is going to be $25. And if we beat the house, we're just going to say that's $5. We're not going to do a beat the house roll right now, though, you guys. So just know that. All right, let's roll. Okay. Oh, it rolled across all those. I'm going to keep the 5s, and I get to roll one more time. Okay, so I got a pair of 5s. So for a pair, we're going to save $2. That is the wrong end. So we got 5, 5, 4, 2, and I don't remember what that was, but it wasn't a 5. And so we're not going to worry about the beat the house, but we are going to save for 1 pair, $2. That's what we're saving. So 1 and 2, and that marker is bleeding all over the place. That sounds awful. Okay, $2 going into poker. Awesome. Put that $2 there. Okay, now we're going to get rid of these. I cannot have the dice on that side, you guys. I just can't do it. I got to have them on this side. I know you guys are loving having the dice when I go ahead and put the dice bigger. So I'm going to try to continue doing that. The only one I'm not going to do it with is this white dice because I feel like most people can see it pretty dang good. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a D10 and a heads or tails. Let's get started. So we've got 6 and heads. So 6 and heads. And of course, I don't have the markers out because we were doing all the savings challenges or all of the sinking funds. Oh, I don't know if that marker got left out or not, but we're going to finish with this color. This might be the wrong one. Looks good. So $3 is going to go in here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's roll again. Oh, well, we will color some more, it looks like, and put $3 more in. 1, 2, and 3. All of our ones are almost gone already. Okay, for March, we're going to go ahead, and I don't want to stick my hand in that other one, so we're going to go 1, 2, and 3. $3 more, and I know I already put that money in there, so I'm not going to put any more in there. And we've got 7 and tails, but you guys, you know, we're going to go ahead and swap this out. There we go. 7 was 7 done. 7 was done. Let's do the back side of 6 for $2 for that one. So we're going to add another $2 in. Okay, let's keep going. And we've got 3 and heads. Yes, we need 3 and heads because we don't hardly have any of those done. We're going to do a roll and save. I am grabbing out a black Sharpie because it's easiest to see. So, $1. We've gotten a lot of $1 on that one. That's funny. We've got 3 and heads again. Okay, we're going to do a roll and save again. And $1. Okay. Okay, white dice. You just don't want us to save a lot or what? We've got 10. We're going to go all the way back. And this is a roll and save. This is for the Roth IRA. Let's see what the white dice says now. 3. The white dice says $3. We got 1 more on this, and then we get to save that money for our Roth IRA. $3 going in there. And we're going to say that's 1 and tails. 1 and tails, that's a roll and save. And we got $4. And of course, oh, we do not have any dollars. But, you guys, we're going to take this $1 and put that 5 there. That's right. We're going to make it work. Make it work. We've got 9 all the way back here. And this is for hobbies for me. And this is a sticklet. And so we need to roll heads and tails. We need to roll it twice. So we got tails. That's $1. Heads, that's $3. So that's $4. And we can't do our trick with the ones there, but you guys know we have ones coming out the wazoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we'll just do 5 then. I thought there was going to be 10 there. All right, so we owe $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and number 9, we can only roll once, so we're going to go ahead and put that away. And we got 10 again. We're going to finish off Roth IRA. Let's pull this money on out of here and see what we're going to get to add to Roth IRA today. Let's go ahead and roll one more time. And we got $6 going in here. But before I grab the $6, let's put $4 back in here and grab one of those 10s. Perfect. $4 back in. Grab one of the 10s. So you guys, we have got $43 going to my Roth IRA. That makes me happy, happy, happy. So $43 going to Roth IRA. I'm going to put that up out of the way. So if we roll a 10 again, you guys will do something different. All right, we got 9. We've already rolled 9. So let's go ahead and do the back side of 6 again. $2 for that one. 1 and 2. Fabulous. And we've got 8, and 8 is done as well. Let's stay on this one, you guys. $2 more here. $2 at a time. Okay. And we've got 1 in heads. Perfect. We haven't done a lot of those, I don't feel like. I guess we've done some. I don't even have my scratch off tool. Wow. We went through all of those and I hadn't scratched yet. $5. Didn't even have the vacuum out either. $5 going into there. Perfect. And we've got 4 in heads, and that's $2. And we've got $10 left, you guys. And let's see what we get, and we'll make change if we have to. We've got 2 and tails. That's a roll and save, so let's go ahead and roll. We got $2, so we do need to make some change. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 2 buckaroos going into here. Amazing. And we got 10 again, but it's empty. So we're going to go ahead and do another roll and save. 2 more dollars here. 1 and 2, and we've got $6 left. So what do we get? 6 and tails. 6 and tails. So we've got $2. We're going to do this, you guys. 2, 4, 6. That's right, you guys. Whew, we're finally done. I'm not going to worry about doing a bill exchange with you guys today because this video is so stinking long. I'm just going to sign off. I am going to do the bill exchange right now, but I'm not going to film it. So until I see you guys next time, remember to keep on smiling. Bye, everybody.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4.